your drama queen. And welcome to the drama castle. Overheard them mention hater, not a pretty word like moist or moisture. Wanna quit, but you know I'm a soldier. Try to get me out, you know it's game over. Say it's toxic, chaotic, unhealthy. Always play my cards right, don't test me. I'm not here to play nice, no I can't be. And if you're trying to stop me, that's a guarantee. Too many people try to get me out, and it worked for a second, but I'm back now, better than ever. Welcome to the drama castle. I am your drama queen, and welcome to the drama castle. You try to stop me, but you can't. Too many people try to stop me, but you can't. You can't.
She swirls in the spotlight, mud in her veins. Spins tall tales, truth locked in chains. Keyboard warrior, digital disguise. Every word she spits, a buffet of lies. Becky Boop, King's little pet pig. Snout in the drama, always taking big. Crime she invents, lies torn apart. Fake tail stitched in her black lacking heart. She snorts accusations, a cloud of deceit. Attacking livelihoods, no retreat. Her clout chase leaves a toxic trail. Truth's her enemy, she'll never prevail. Boot the suit, but it's poison she spits. Twisting the world for her viral hits. Keemstar's cheerleader, his drama queen. Dancing in the shadows, a puppet unseen. Her lies stack up like bricks in a wall, but it's fragile, cracks, ready to fall. Boop's house of cards, shaking in the breeze. Exposed in the light, she drops to her knees. Becky Boop, King's little pet pig. Snout in the drama, always digging big. Crime she invents, lies torn apart. Fake tail stitched in her black lacking heart. Black lacking heart. Black lacking heart. Becky Boop, King's little pet pig. Snout in the drama, always digging big. Crime she invents, lies torn apart. Fake tail stitched in her black lacking heart.
What is going on? What the hell? Oh, it repeated. It repeated. I'm like, what the hell? How dare you interrupt me, music? God, you know I haven't streamed for a while when I'm repeating shit. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How you feeling? Happy friggin' what day is it today? Oh my God, it's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Oh my God. Work is kicking my ass. It is kicking my ass. My feet have felt pain you can only imagine in your dreams. And yet I still go to work every day. I'm like Becky Boop. Don't forget, she has arthritis, guys. She has arthritis, but she's out there dancing and moving her friggin' body around like a friggin' tsunami. But hi, how y'all doing? It's been a little bit, kind of, maybe. No, not really. How y'all doing? I see Joey in the chat. What is up to Joey? Much love. Snacks and friends. Hello, Snacks and friends. How you doing? Truth Seeker. Hello, Truth Seeker. I hope you get better. I feel you. I'm feeling like crap too, man. It's just my body. I haven't been working in a while, so getting back to work has been kind of, it's killing me, man. My feet are good today though, because I finally got to rest. I'm off for the next 2 days. Got a lot of stuff I got to do in the next 2 days, but I figured I'd have time today, just relax, and tomorrow really do my stuff. So figured I'd stream, because if y'all haven't known this little story here, if you guys have been following Lolcow Live and all the drama here that I've been talking about on this channel, you'll know that Becky Boop has like gotten fired. And we reacted to it the other day, last time I streamed. Keem said, she's fired because she's just, talking shit and spreading lies about him. And I've already said, it's always okay for Becky to lie about people as long as it's not your boss, right? So Becky can make up lies about everybody else, falsely accuse somebody of SAing her, and that's completely fine. But don't talk about Keemstar, man, because that's the end of it. So we're gonna react to Lolcow Live the other night where they were talking about Becky leaving, and some interesting things were said that I think we should react to. Let's hope the computer is up to par today. Otherwise, I don't even know why I bother anymore, because I'm just like, yo, YouTube is killing me right now with the streams and stuff. I gotta redo my stuff. My banners bother me. I got a lot of work to do on my channel, guys. Hopefully I can get some time to get that done since I'm working and stuff. So we'll see what happens. But let's react to it. Let me get this on the screen for y'all. Reacting to Becky Boop. And Roxy got fired too. I was like, oh, okay, now Roxy and Becky. We'll see what's going on here, y'all. Let me just do some stuff here. And do some stuff here. And there we go. And this is Rastov, by the way. Yes, more Becky drama, I know, right? So here's Rastov here, going to talk about, this is the show to start. Let me turn down the quality. Oh, it's already turned down a lot. You know, let's see what Rastov looks like at 240p. He looks beautiful, doesn't he?
G'day, mates. Welcome to the worst podcast on YouTube. You're watching Lolcow Live. I'm Rastov. I'm mad as hell. Boogie's mad as hell. Keem's going to jump in at some point as well. Everything is hitting the goddamn fan. It's all falling apart. Oh, the women's crying. Bro.
This is like such bad acting. I can't. This acting is so bad. So bad. The LCU fucked up when they fired Savage. The LCU fucked up when they hired Becky. That's just my personal opinion.
We don't need you. We don't want you. Bye, bitch. See you later. Dude, I got so much to say, but I'm not gonna. You know, I'm not wasting your valuable time on me. You don't want me. You want King Boogie. So I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you King Boogie because he is mad as hell. King Boogie.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Running the LCU is one of the easiest jobs in the world, and it's because the trash always takes itself out. It goes out kicking and screaming, but it drags itself out by the fucking neck. And the last time I ran this fucking thing, do you remember what I said? I said, let's get rid of milkers. Let's get rid of Roxy. Let's get rid of Becky. Becky should have never been brought back. These people are bad at their jobs. What?
My thing is, I'm glad it's buffering right now because I was going to pause it anyways. My thing right now is kind of like, goddamn ads. Fuck it. My thing right now is like, they say this, but it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Like, I'm keeping it 100. It's all bullshit. Because the LCU being hard to run, I mean, yes and no. Y'all jumble in multiple shows. Like that's got to be crazy. But like for the most part, these hosts are supposed to be the ones really running these shows, so it should be really easy. But then you have all of these people, all these different personalities. It's like the LCU started off having like some promise. All of these shows having different topics, people want. But like, let's think about it. For those of you who actively watch the Lolcow universe. Isn't it all kind of the same shit? Like each show just does nothing but talk about other shows. Because that's what it started being. It started being like all these other shows, Lolcow nerds. You're going to have these Lolcow people talking about nerdy shit, video games, anime, all kinds of stuff that nerds like, you know, gaming, all that crazy stuff. Like, and now it's just the Lolcow nerds just doing nothing but talking shit about other shows. Why is it Lolcow nerds if it's just them talking shit about other shows? Where's the nerdy content? Okay? Lolcow Milkers and Lolcow Queens was probably the only show outside of everything else that was literally manufactured to have those two shows compete with each other. So those two shows talking shit about each other made sense. But now all they do is spend the entire shows, all fucking 8 or however many they have them, doing nothing but talking shit about other shows. That is the entire LCU. It is like the real world, but YouTube and like way more trash people. It's like the Jersey Shore. If the Jersey Shore was literally full of people who were literally just at the bottom of the barrel about what fucking Italian fucking people were. Because like that's basically what it was. Yes, including the main show. Yes, including the main show. The main show used to have topics like Boogie, Wings, and Keemstar would react to Hot Topic stories. Right? They would react to Hot Topic stories, and then once in a while they'd like if Lolcow Live, right? Hold on, let me take this off screen real quick. Okay? If Lolcow Live actually talked about the Lolcow universe drama, but still maintained talking about other hot topics going on in like the YouTube sphere, right? Like talking about all these big YouTubers getting exposed for this or random stories that came across their timeline like they used to do, it would be watchable. But now all Lolcow Live is every stream. Becky quit. Becky got fired. Tina's in some drama. Kid behind the camera's in some trouble. Fucking Roxy's fired. She's coming back. We fired Savage. This is why we fired Savage, guys. Savage is going to come back. No, but we're just kidding. Savage is fired. That's literally all Lolcow Live is now. It's basically like, what is the point? Why Lolcow Rewind to recap all this drama, right? When you can just watch it on Lolcow Live. They start the show talking about and updating you guys on all the fucking latest drama going on in the LCU. Why even have Lolcow Rewind? It's like a weird platform now. This is a weird network. And again, if they just kept it the way Keem initially sold it to everybody, is like, we're going to have all these different shows and there's going to be different things going on. Cool. Let me go to Lolcow Nerds. I was interested in Lolcow Nerds. Hell, I thought maybe that would be the show for me. Like, because everyone's like, oh, you should be on a show. Keem should give you a show. I would have loved to have been on Lolcow Nerds because I'm a fucking nerd. I love anime. I love gaming. I would love to sit there on a panel and get paid to talk about video games and what's going on with the new latest hot video games, doing the fucking reactions to all the Nintendo, PlayStation, and Microsoft fucking case shows, showing off all the games coming out in the next few years. That's my show. But what do they do on Lolcow Nerds? Guys, everyone in the Lolcow universe talk about Becky Boop getting fired. Let's talk about that instead of talking about anything involving nerdy shit. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to run this fucking universe. Sure, it shouldn't be. The hosts should be the ones running these fucking respected shows. When I say they're respected shows, they're respected shows. They're not respectful shows. They're respected shows, the shows that they belong to. But it's not because y'all are too focused on the drama. You guys are pitting shows against each other while the audience just fucking gives y'all money to do so, which shame on y'all audience members. Y'all can't sit there and bitch about shit. You are actively supporting and enabling. When I saw how much money Lolcow Milkers got last month, I'm sitting there like, bro, fucking how? Fucking how? Everyone on Reddit, everyone in the comment section do nothing but bitch about how fucking shit these shows are, yet these motherfuckers are making well over 10K a month from donations. Wild. Anyway, sorry, I had to go on that rant real quick. Let's get back to the reaction. Come on. Oh, sorry, muted.
Look who was right. Almost as if I've been doing this for 2 fucking years and had a pretty solid understanding of what works and what doesn't.
Let me just fucking preface this with the most obvious thing that people do not seem to comprehend and understand, all right? To everybody that says Becky is entertaining, yes, she was written that way. She was literally written that way. She had show notes, every crash out, every fucking stunt, every punishment, fucking scripted. She was written that way. If you want to say anyone's entertaining, say it's fucking Kid Behind a Camera because he wrote the fucking show.
There you go. There you go. Now, for people who have any questions about if this show is fake or not, here we have Rastoff confirming what we all knew. It was all scripted. It was all scripted for Becky. Based on, by the way, a little bit of her true personality, because when she showed up on the scene on Keemstar's podcast, on the Lolcow Live show, she came there to talk about her relationship with Review Tech USA, right? And then we find out, if you actually paid attention to that story arc, I'll give you the TLDL, she was full of shit there too. She was full of shit there too. It's almost like Keemstar, when you hire somebody who initially you were introduced to fucking telling lies, it's almost crazy that they would what? Lie about you? You know? So Rastoff is sitting here. She was written that way. That was her character. So all the crash outs, all of her crying, oh my God, they're so mean to me. I'm being bullied. Why is everyone being so mean to me? Because that was part of your shtick. That was part of the script. Wow. It's almost like when people heard that, they should have immediately been looking at fucking Keemstar and this whole entire fucking operation being like, why are we taking any of this shit seriously anymore? If you are donating to this channel knowing it's bullshit and not caring, Thank you. That's all I ask. But if you are donating to these people and giving them money because you believe the bullshit that comes out of this shit, you're a fucking fool and you deserve to get scammed at the end of the day. You deserve to get scammed. I don't even care how that makes me sound. It makes me sound like a bitch. Good. You deserve to get scammed if you are going into this believing that all this shit is real. I've been saying this shit. That's why I fucking bowed out. That's why I left. People could say she left because Keem didn't give her a show. Yeah, well, at this point, I'm glad Keem didn't give me a show. I'm not getting paid to fucking read a script. I don't like that shit. I don't even like that at my job right now. Let me be myself. And if the money comes, then it shows that I have value here. I don't want you writing a fucking character for me that's definitely not who I am. Just let me be myself and we can make money. I always do it was fake, but it used to be entertaining. Hey, at least if you know that, then that's fine. If you know that it's fake and it's entertaining, that's cool. But a lot of people aren't like you, man. They sit there and think it's, oh my God, Becky Boop. That's so sad that you were SA by your ex. Is it though? Because that shit wasn't true. I watched that happen right when it was going live. Like I watched it happen. That was the moment I left the LCU. I left the Discord and I was done. I was on Lolcow Rewind's docket team. I was on the docket team that night after that situation dropped. The docket team had a task to do. All we had to do was watch the streams. Okay, because at the time it was just Lolcow Live, Lolcow Queens. Okay, that was it. So at the time when Lolcow Rewind first started, all we had to do, somebody watched Lolcow Rewind. I'm sorry, somebody watched Lolcow Live, timestamp the good shit that they could talk about on Lolcow Rewind, and then somebody is supposed to watch Lolcow Queens. Okay, I wanted to do Lolcow Live because there was no way I wanted to sit through and watch fucking Lolcow Queens. All right, so not even an ex-employee. Nobody gets paid to be on the docket team. That's free labor. There's no employment there. So that night, I was tasked to watch Lolcow Queens because nobody else was around to do it. So I said, fuck it. I'll take one for the team. I'll be a team player. I'll watch Lolcow Queens. And this was the same night, right? Hold on. Let me get the fucking lag is killing me. The lag is killing me right now. Hold on. Let me take this off screen real quick so I can explain the story. Okay. So that night, when Becky Boop made the SA allegations on her ex, which came out of nowhere, by the way, it started off with them just going back and forth, talking shit to each other. She said he had a little dick. He said her vagina smelled funky. And we were all sitting there in the Discord laughing about it. And all of a sudden, she hits us with that her ex drugged her and SA'd her. And then that became a whole thing. So that the following night, right? This all happened hours before Lolcow Queens was supposed to air. Okay, so I was watching Lolcow Live to help out with the person who was also supposed to timestamp stuff. So I was helping that person out a little bit. But then I was tasked to watch Lolcow Queens and timestamp that. So as soon as I watched Lolcow Queens, in my head, I knew too. I said to myself, if this bitch tries to monetize the shit that has happened in the Discord about these SA allegations, I'm fucking done. And that's exactly what happened. She went live, immediately started going into it, and I was sick to my stomach. I messaged Xylee. I said, I'm sorry. I can't do this. I left the Discord, and I said, I can't do this. I'm out. And she was a little upset, but she understood. She's like, are you serious? And I was like, yep. I'm sorry. I can't do it. And I was out. And to me, that was the most disgusting thing I have seen done on this platform is monetizing an SA allegation that if you actually look into it, her ex even came out with video. There was people admitting that Becky had said that she made it up. And I'm like, that's disgusting that y'all allowed her to do that without even like really research, like investigating it or anything like that. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Keem always says, well, it's not, bro, if you're sitting here trying to be a boss, you are an employer at this point, you do have a little bit of a fucking obligation to kind of maintain that a little bit and manage it. And if you have a fucking female, yes, I understand that in his defense, he didn't want to look like the bad guy, not listening and believing a woman who had SA allegations, but this is fucking Becky Boop. This is Becky Boop. If this was any other random woman, I would listen to her and be like, let's hear a story. But The fact that this bitch came onto the scene already ready to drop some tea on Review Tech USA, claim that they were in a relationship, but then later said we were never in a relationship. Which is it, bitch? Were you his mistress, or were you just some chick that was flirting with him on the internet? Like, which is it? You know, it was a weird situation. But when you have somebody like that and you know somebody is willing to do that, right? And this is somebody who's fucking around with Review Tech USA, right? Why would you fuck with a woman? Guys, I ask you, all the men in my chat, I want to ask you directly. If me and you were hooking up behind the scenes, right? And I decided to open my fucking mouth, right? And tell everybody about what we were doing. Would you trust me? Or put it this way. Say you and me are friends, right? And I'm messing around with some dude. And then I come to tell you all the shit. Oh my God, he got a little ass dick and all this stuff. And I'm talking all this shit about this dude or whatever. And I'm just spilling all the tea. Would you trust a bitch like that? To not do that shit to you? Would you then want to pursue me as a sexual partner or a relationship if I just said some shit and did that same shit to the last dude I was with? No, you probably wouldn't trust that bitch as far as you could throw her. And trust me, ain't nobody picking that bitch Becky up and throwing her anywhere. So I couldn't do it. I could not do it. And then, like I said, finding out, and the more I watched, right, but more I watched Lolcow Universe and watched Becky here and there and clipped and shit and said shit, like she came out and lied about me. She made up a fucking blatant lie because I was going at her, right, in Discord and on my YouTube channel. She started taking shots at me, right? People were probably sending her clips about it saying, oh, look at Ray trying to, and, you know, fuel the flames. Cool. But she goes on her fucking channel, which is obviously bigger than mine, right? Has a lot more viewers than mine, to thousands of people. She says my name and says that I was trying to get with her ex. And I'm just like, bitch, what? And of course, no one's going to give a fuck about like if it's true or not. Because first of all, nobody knows who I am. So they don't care about what's true or not. And Becky had, everyone was there for Becky. So if Becky said something, it was true. It was true. And I'm sitting there like, that's crazy that she could just say shit that's factually untrue and just get away with it. But that's the type of person Becky is. And Keem knew that. Don't forget, they wrote her to be this person. They wrote her this way. So, of course, Keem loved it when she crashed out or she did all that shit. It made him money. And now having confirmation, kid behind the camera wrote her that way. She had all the notes and shit, which she has leaked many times. You know you had to have fucked up bad to get fired from a show that's fucking scripted and they wrote you to be this type of person. And then you got fired for some shit you actually did. Now, she was written that way, but it was based on a little bit of who she really was. Of course, they'll believe anything. The fact that she has simps is hilarious to me because it's like, if she was at least like somewhat attractive, I would give that to her. But let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Who could be attracted to this?
Becky, you never really know what she's gonna do next. She's Becky, I'm a mess. A mess.
I don't have to
Swallow it, Dick.
I mean, who's really looking at that like that's the one for me? That's wifey right there. What? The bitch only eats cat food? That's easy. That's 39 cents a can. Like, who's really looking at that and saying that's the one for me? She kind of cute. They say she kind of cute. Oh, look at Becky with her fucking wig and her over fucking makeup, her greasy looking glossy face. Like, yeah, that's the one for me. That's the one for me, guys. She's it. She's it. Meanwhile, her ex been saying that she smelled so bad he couldn't even keep it up. Lord have mercy. I want to know what kind of men are paying for her services because she brags that men pay her for sex, which is kind of crazy that she brags about that. Like, I did fucking Fansly. That wasn't a bragging right. I'm not going to sit here and be like, hey guys, all these dudes pay to see me naked. I'm not bragging about it. I'm not bragging about it. I actually kind of am, because at least I got some very nice tatas, and I can still see my feet in the shower when I look down, and I don't need a chair in my shower to wash my ass. Although with the work this week, my feet hurting, I might need to fucking ask Becky if I could borrow that chair, because God knows she's not making use of that fucking tub. So maybe she'll help a sister out and donate that chair for me, because I actually get up and go to work now. So, I mean, I work, Becky. I work. Just saying. For real, for real. Her ex said, and I quote, right? The smell of her place was so bad. And on top of that, her poor hygiene, it made it hard to have sex with her. Like, bro. Let's see. How is this small channel with one host more interesting than Dolls or any other LCU shows? Good job, host. Thank you. Appreciate you, almighty. Appreciate you. Oh, you're a former Queens viewer? Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, because I guess I don't work off a script, and I don't need to fabricate any issues I have with people. Because, like I said, if you've watched Lolcow Queens, and you're here because you watch the Lolcow universe and everything, you kind of know what I'm talking about. And y'all might have remembered me if you were there in the beginning before Lolcow Queens launched. I was there right when they first launched. So you guys might remember me over there. But yeah, let me get back to this review though. And I apologize. My internet has been dog shit for the last few weeks, months, year. I don't know. My internet provider is kind of fucking me over right now, and I'm kind of mad about it. But hey, the show must go on. I'll make it work. I always make it work. I always try to make it work. But anyways, let's get to the rest of this shit. See how much I can stomach of their bullshit.
Yeah, almost as if a kid behind a camera had done 18 years of YouTube, learned to work with his own dad who is mentally ill. And look, let me give you an extra ounce of credit. Becky, clip this, put it in your fucking whatever, okay? Is Becky's mental illness entertaining? Absolutely. 100%. The problem is Becky herself is not entertaining. The one entertaining thing Becky brought to the table was being severely mentally ill. When she's up there going, "Gay, my asshole got fired." It's fucking great. Just like me, I'm not that entertaining right now, but the next time I get caught in one of my fucking lies, I will shit the bed and you guys will love it.
My thing is, right, I was in the Discord. I've talked to Boogie. I actually liked talking to Boogie. Like, talking to Boogie in Discord is not the same as he is on Lolcow Live. Like, he's kind of different and when he's actually having conversations. I disagree with Boogie. I think Boogie is way more entertaining when he's being genuine, but he can be funny sometimes when he's acting a little crazy. But for the most part, I actually enjoy talking to Boogie as a person, picking his brain about his thoughts and ideals, than his like being just this big fat guy who does shit and be dumb on internet for money. It's just kind of crazy that yes, Jillykins, I'll pin the GoFundMe. Thank you for reminding me. See, like I forget to even fucking show my own fucking GoFundMe stuff. My e-begging. I forget to e-beg. I will pin it for you. I'm sorry. Thank you. This is why I have great mods. Oops, I was trying to share your link at Savages for her to redirect. I dropped the link, but don't think the redirect work. It's okay, but thank you, Lord Troll, for trying. I appreciate it. I love Savage. Savage is cool. I like that she's going at them too. She's actually an ex-employee, Savage. So they did her pretty dirty too. But yeah, I think Boogie is actually wrong. I think Boogie's more entertaining when he actually has some constructive things to say instead of just being the fat guy who everyone points and laughs at. You know, everyone can clown on him for the fake cancer shit 100%, but I appreciate Boogie more when he's just being himself. That's just my take on it. Not like it matters. And as far as what he said about Kid Behind the Camera, like it doesn't really take much talent to do what Becky is doing. Like the fact that they had to write her or quote write her that way. Oh, what up, Victoria? Thank you. Appreciate you. The fact that anyone thinks it's a talent to act like Becky it's sad. It's tragically, painfully sad, guys. They liked me because I freak out, right? Right? You want to talk about mental illness being funny? Hi, I got a lot of mental issues, right? It doesn't take hard. I do it all the time, guys. Let me give you guys my impersonation. This is talent. This is talent. Okay, I see Lord Troll in the chat. Hi, Lord Troll. Notice you haven't donated yet. What, you don't like actual talent? Because I am the talent here. All right? This is Ray's show now. Hell with Keem, hell with Boogie. They can't do what I could do. I work really hard to get to where I am. I have a Harvard extension degree. Oh, thank you, Aerostream, for the $2. Thank you so much. See, Lord Troll, if you did what Aerostream did right now, you'd be where I am. See, that's Becky. That's Becky. Becky got no skill. Her degree didn't help her. I agree. But see how I can do that? That's not talent. That's not talent. That's not talent at all. So right, Becky has no talent. She's never had talent. She'll tell you she has talent because what? You could read a script. And when they say script, by the way, I know what their script looks like. All right? Their script looks like this is the motivation. So today, Becky is going to go after Tina about what she said last night about Boogie. And they're going to argue about it. The script is that Mike just gives them like, what is your motivation? Like, what is your thing? This is what it is. And they just wing it, right? That's what they mean by script, by the way. It's not like kid behind the camera is writing down everything that Becky says. It's more like, this is what the show's going to be about today. Becky's going to go at it with Savage today and about something Savage said. It's Cliff Notes, right? So it's not even really a script. It's Cliff Notes. And that's what they mean by scripts. So it's basically fabricated drama. Today, Becky's going to quit. And Keemstar is going to yell at her. He's going to come on at this point at 1 hour and say this. And that's what it is. It's not an actual script, but it's still fabricated drama because Becky's talent is just act like a crazy woman and get money. Yeah, she ain't never. I love that one. She ain't nobody. I heard she's awful. She is. She's very awful. She's absolutely awful. Savage was, and that's the thing, Savage was a real one. Savage was a real one. Now, can Savage confirm that there was a script and she followed it a little bit? Maybe. But with Savage, it got to a point where it got too real. Like, when I say got real, it went from like, this is fun to, oh, wait, now they're coming at me and saying some shit, and here we are. Which I feel so bad for Savage, dude. Savage literally was like, these people, I thought these people were my friends. I thought we were cool. I thought I found a nice community of people and we were all cool. We were all here for the same reasons. Savage found out the hard way that is not what it is. You either do what the script tells you, you do what they say to make that money, or they're just going to find a way to get you the fuck out of there. And that's what happened to Savage. That's what I wholeheartedly believe happened to Savage.
Oh, so I can't wait for the next Cancer arc. That sounds. Mary's a fucking pig. Holy shit, Mary!
We're coming up on my 1-year cancerversary, so Mary. So thank you for becoming a pay pig for us. Right as we get close to the 1-year cancerversary. By the way, can I point out something else, Becky? We just had a death in the family.
Oh shit!
I don't know if you put a curse on us. That's 2 deaths in the family now.
God damn it.
I don't know if you put a curse on us, like some sort of crazy shit in your head where you were like, I have suffered the loss of an uncle, so shall all of the LCU lose an uncle. I don't know if that's a thing you could even possibly do. I don't understand black magic. But we immediately on Friday the 13th lost a family member. I had to do everything I could to help Desi, to help her.
Okay, is this an ad? Because I will scream. Sounds like it's an ad. Yep, I knew it. I called it. So the thing with the uncle, right? So for those of you who don't know what they're talking about, so apparently Xylee went on a rant and the rant. Let's go back. Let's go back to this because every time I do that, it starts lagging bad. Basically, Becky made a comment about Etika. She said Keem's trying to make her the new Etika. If you guys don't know who Etika is, Etika was a content creator who unfortunately took his own life. And I remember a little bit about it. I believe Keem covered it, and he had made some comments that I think a lot of people came at Keemstar for. But overall, I guess Becky was talking about something about her uncle passing and saying that people were like mocking that or something. And then she brought up that comment, and Xylee made a whole rant about it where she basically said, you know, I kind of hope Becky does the same thing. And I listen, my personal take on it is this. I do not wish death on anyone. However, if some people end up going that route, I'm not also going to shed a tear. I'm not going to celebrate your passing, but I'm also not going to cry about it. When it comes to Becky, I'm on that side too. If Becky ends up doing something stupid to herself, that's unfortunate. That's tragic, but I'm not crying over it. You know why? Because Becky is the type of person who makes those kind of comments about Etika, right? Makes those kind of comments. Does she deserve my sympathy? Does she deserve my condolences? No, my condolences wouldn't go to you. It would go to your family. And even then, I just ain't gonna say shit. I ain't gonna say shit. All I would say is that's unfortunate. So here's next on the story. I don't care about Becky. Sorry, you can't make me care about somebody who's not earned my care. I don't care if she's a person, because to me, she doesn't look at people like people. She looks at y'all like dollar signs. She looks at y'all like your brainlets who only are here to make her money because her fat ass don't want to get up and get an actual fucking job. Okay? So I don't care about her because she don't care about me. She don't care about y'all in the chat. Unless you're giving her money or attention, she don't give a fuck about you. So why should I shed a tear over her? And also, if y'all gonna call out Xylee, cool, please call out Becky too. Please call out Becky too. Because I get so tired of people doing this whole thing where they're looking the other way because they don't like somebody. Yes, I know a lot of people don't like Xylee. Cool, you don't like Xylee, you don't gotta like Xylee. But let's also call out Becky, please. Let's actually do that. Call out Xylee, but call out Becky too. Because both comments can arguably be said that they're both bad, right? Both those comments were bad, poor taste. But I see a lot of people, especially on Reddit, justifying what Becky said because Xylee said it. Well, it was a private conversation. I don't give a fuck if it was a private conversation. If it was a private conversation and it happened to come out, well, now you know what kind of person Becky is. So if Becky had a private conversation about how she fucking killed a bunch of puppies and murdered them, I guess that's not murder anymore because she said it in private. Is that what we're going with? Is that the story we're running with now, guys? Is that if somebody says that they said something awful in private, that it's okay because it wasn't meant to be put out there? Nah, bro. If you said something in private, don't ever assume it's going to stay private. Especially in the LCU where people are known to talk about shit that they shouldn't be talking about. Look what happened to Savage. Look at what happened to Savage. A fucking comment Savage made that from what Savage says was a harmless comment, right? She made a comment, a joking comment to Xylee and said, oh, my pirates couldn't find anything out about you, right? And to Savage, she joked, right? But Xylee don't know her like that, so maybe she took it a different way. Regardless of which, a simple conversation of clarity would have helped basically make that whole thing not the way it was now. Right? Savage was to be over there on Lolcow Milkers. Had Xylee and her might have just sit down and have a conversation. All Xylee really had to do is be like, listen, that comment kind of weirded me out. What did you mean by that? You know? And Savage would have been like, I was just joking. Like, I'm sorry if that made you uncomfortable. I was making a joke. Like, that's all it was. Maybe Savage wouldn't have got fired from Milkers. But unfortunately, that is not what happened. Right? That's not what happened. Or maybe Xylee could have went to Keem and said, hey, yo, like, Savage said something really crazy to me. At the time it happened, while Savage was there to be addressed. But instead, it was like, a month or so after Fat Camp happened, when everyone was back at home, then this all comes out and it blew up. And then Savage got fired. And I didn't believe it at first either, because I'm like, are they trying to do the same thing with Becky, with Savage? Are they doing this whole fire arc with her? No, she was literally let go because of that. But I feel like maybe they were probably already wanting to let her go, and I feel like they just found a reason to let her go, to be quite honest with you. That's my theory. I don't have facts behind it, so take that information with a grain of salt, but I think that's what really happened. And that sucks for Savage. That's so sad. Savage was great on Lolcow Milkers. I tuned in once in a while just for Savage. Just for Savage. You know, I didn't subscribe because I wasn't trying to, like, you know, be there all the time. But, like, once in a while, I'd be like, you know, let me see what's going on with Savage. How's she doing over there on Lolcow Milkers or Mafia Milkers, whatever it's called at the time. So I would check in and see how she's doing. And I thought Savage did good. It's just sad that it ended up the way it ended up. You know, thank you for all the subscribers coming from Savage's community. Y'all are awesome over there. Like I said, I watch Savage when I can, you know, watch her talk about all this stuff. And I love Savage. I will never have anything bad to say about that woman because I think she's a real one. I really do. I really do. Ever since I first saw her before Lolcow Universe shit happened, I was like, I like this woman because I was referred to her. People like, you need to watch Savage because she going over there talking about the Krama stuff. And that was around the time I was dipping my toes in that drama. And they said, go see Savage. She's a lot like you. And I was like, well, I love this woman. Give me a Southern mama like her. So anyways, let's get back to these two goofballs talking about how Becky is awful. Because, like, we didn't already know Becky was awful. Because she is, you know, awful. That is. Ah, my God. Why do I even do this to myself anymore? Why are you still buffering is what I really want to know. Like, what is going on with YouTube right now? Play.
Am I in my house right now, Rastov? Where am I at?
You are in a hotel so that you can stream for us this week.
Let me tell you here's how dedicated to work I am. I have to stay on the farm with the animals. Farm's an hour away. This was the closest hotel with good internet. So I have set up in this room to take a nap during the day, then live stream in here during the day, then go spend the night at the farm. This stream right now is costing me $200 to rent this room as a studio. That's how dedicated I am to working. Oh, I didn't know my uncle that well. I don't know if you knew yours that well, but I don't give a fuck. If I had to go to the funeral, which I'm far away and I'm unable to be there for the family, but I'm being here for the family as best I can by watching their animals, taking care of their farm, taking care of their land, taking care of.
Yeah, you're doing what fucking super respectable.
And my family, I don't know about your family, Becky. My family said, "Hey, we understand work comes first, so if you can't do it, the animals fend for themselves. We can." I'm like, no, we'll be there. There was.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? Oh, bad argument. Bad argument. That Lord Trolls is not liking him either. I think Tina is the worst. I think all of them at this point are just objectively just awful at this point. But so your job comes first before animals and making sure that they're fed and taken care of. That's what we're going with. Oh God, I don't want to defend Becky, but holy shit, you guys are helping me here. Listen, if somebody in your family has died, right? I'm sorry. But like, you're a fucking asshole for expecting that person. Like, hell, if somebody you care about dies, if you don't get that day off to mourn or whatever, you're an asshole for not letting that person mourn. Okay, that's a bad argument. I'm sorry, I fucking hate Becky, but for fuck's sakes, I'm not that cruel. I'm not that heartless. If I knew, say for example, if I knew Becky's family member passed away, I'm not going to fucking use that against her. That's fucked up. Boogie, you're wild for that. My work comes before, yo, listen, if my dog was sick, like if my dog was sick right now, I love Baby. She's looking at me right now. If my dog was sick I would end my stream to tend to my dog. If I was a big YouTuber and this is my job, I'm sorry. Y'all have to wait. And are you guys not going to understand that I have to go take care of my dog? Boogie, this is YouTube. This is not an actual job. See, this is what I mean by these fucking entitled YouTubers. Okay? All right? Because, like, if my mother passed away, she's already gone, but like if my mother passed away, okay, if you have a very close family member that passes away, your jobs, every job usually gives you a couple days to grieve, right? You usually get some jobs they give you 2 days, some jobs they give you 3 days, right? Okay, do they have to legally give you all that time off? I don't know. I've never been in a situation where no job has done that, right? You're a YouTuber, okay? Technically speaking, you work for yourself. Benefit is you have the luxury to take time off when you so choose. Yes, you will lose a few bucks if you don't stream for a few days, sure. But you have that luxury, Boogie, to not stream when you don't have to stream or when you don't want to stream. You streaming because you want to make money. Because this is your job. Totally get that. But you can't put that same worth ethic on somebody else for YouTube. Like, that's not how it works. Like, I want to see if y'all have like W-2s for all these cast members. You guys got W-2s for them? No? How you guys get around the taxes for that one? Right? Because if it's all into Keemstar's name, Keemstar has a form he has to sign with YouTube. All YouTube partners have a form that we have to sign for taxes. Okay? Because technically we're working for ourselves. Okay? If all of these shows are under Keemstar, he has to pay the taxes. He has to pay the taxes for these shows. How does Becky and Boogie, how do they pay for their taxes? Because this shit's taxed, you know. You have to pay taxes on YouTube. Did you guys not know that? Yeah, you're supposed to pay taxes. But, okay, Boogie. Okay, Boogie. Like, I'm sitting here like, do I even want to react to this shit? I really don't. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't even want to react to it. Because, like, what's the point? What's really the point? It's the same shit, different day. Somebody got fired. We're going to talk about it today because it's a hot topic. We're going to make all of our money. What is really the point of me reacting to all this? What? For them to just say the most absurd shit where it's just going to trigger me because it's just so fucking infuriating? Like, it's just infuriating. And now I looked at this. I posted on Reddit, right? And I said, you know, I would audition to get on Queens just to spite Becky. But Keem don't deserve me. Because I'd be great to work with. Because I don't do the bullshit. I ain't got time for it. I'm a professional when I need to be. I would do it and I would kill it. Keem would have less issues with me. But I talk too much shit about Keem and I just don't do the fake shit. So I would never do it. Because people are like, you should audition again. You should do it. And whenever Becky got fired the first time, my DMs were blowing up. Becky got fired. Audition. Come back to the Discord. I said, nope. No, thank you. I'll hard pass that. Because what's the point? I'm not going to follow a script. If I'm going to come up with the topics I want to talk about on this show, I don't want to spend the entire show. Well, we know what works. We've been doing it for a long time. Yes, you know what works because you know that unfortunately a lot of people are attracted to trash fires. That's why I do drama on YouTube. I knew what I was doing. I've been doing this for years too. Now I'm not big because I'm not willing to stoop as low as all these people will do to make it. Right? Becky would always say, you're just jealous because while you have like 20 people watching you, I have 1,000 people watching me live. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. I respect and I appreciate the people who come to my channel and watch me. I don't need it to be 100 people. I don't need it to be 1,000 people. One person coming here to listen to me rant and rave on fucking stream for as long as I'm streaming is good enough for me. I consider that a success in my opinion. I don't need thousands of people watching me and laughing at me for being a clown. Like I'm nobody's clown. This ain't a fucking circus. You got Keemstar as a ringleader over there. I'm all set. You ain't gonna whip me into fucking shape. I like what I do over here, and it's mine, and I don't have to share it with anybody, especially Keemstar. If Keemstar really wanted me, he can come to me. We can talk. And I will tell him straight up, I'm not going to be fake. I don't want kid behind the camera anywhere near this. I don't want him writing scripts for me. Let me just be myself. And if I'm entertaining enough on my own, keep me. Let me show you what I can do on my own. And if I can't do it on my own, well, then find somebody else. My time and my fucking value is something I have to show you, and you need to see it for yourself. I'm not going to do it for fucking because you've orchestrated it. I don't want Keemstar to make me a star. I'm already a star. I shine on my own. I shine on my own. I don't need to be famous. I just need to make sure that my dog is taken care of and I got boba tea when I need boba tea, which, by the way, guys, if you want to give me boba tea today, direct Venmo funds right there for you. But if not, also cool. Your time being here is just as valuable to me. I'm not like Becky. I don't need to beg y'all to give me money every fucking day. If you guys got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. You know, it is what it is. I am a content creator. We still got to make money on this shit, but I'm not going to beg for it. Absolutely not. You guys should give it because you want to support the channel and you want to support me, and that's a choice. It's a choice. Y'all have choices. I wish just some of y'all would make better choices and stop supporting people like fucking Becky. Becky, who would literally sell out her mom for clicks. Sell her mom to the devil. That's who Becky Boop is. Why am I getting so many missed calls? What is going on? My phone is blowing up, and I'm like, what is going on? Something's going on. Whenever my phone gets active, I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? She's a superstar. Nah, I'm just a nobody with a microphone. That's all. But hey, that's all I really can say about this. I just want to, like, I don't even want to react to all this for hours. It's like I was listening to it. I'm like, I know that this bullshit is gonna set me off, and I'm just not today. I'm recovering from working all week, so. But anyways, guys, what do you guys think? Is Becky Boop coming back? Because this is where I'm gonna end it on, right? And I won't say end because I'll probably stream for a little longer because I do want to talk about this. Actually, fuck ending the stream because I forgot about that part. It's because, like, is she gone for good? Is she gone for good? Nah, she coming back, bro. She's coming back. Becky will be back. Becky will be back. She's still on Reddit. She's still active on Reddit. If she was really gone, Keemstar would block her and ban her from everything. She's still on Reddit. She's not a mod there anymore, apparently, but she's still active in Reddit. She's still around. She's gonna be around. I guarantee you this is all just another part of the script. And if she comes back, remember who said it first. She's coming back. I put money on it. She'll be back. And so will I. I hope she's gone too, but she'll be back. She'll be back. They got AMAC over there now with Tina, so we'll see. But with that said, guys, baby's getting restless. You hear her in the background. She's getting restless, so I got to go. So this is a short stream. I'm going to stream tomorrow because tomorrow is my only other day off, and then we'll see how it goes for the rest of the week because your girl got to make money, right? The girl got to make money, so I got to get back to work. So thank y'all for being here. Thank you, Savage and her community, for coming over and checking me out. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for all the subscribers. Make sure if you like this content, you hit the like. If not, feel free to hit the dislike. Either way, it's engagement. And if you're subscribed and I said anything that sets you off, please feel free to hit the unsubscribe button. And if you're new here, again, if you like the content, consider hitting subscribe. I talk about this stuff here and there. I talk about a bunch of random stuff that interests me. And sometimes I play video games where nobody watches me. But again, I'm just here to have fun, y'all, and talk about shit I care about and maybe you care about. And again, y'all are free to comment in here. Just don't be assholes to each other. Try to be a little bit respectful, and y'all, and we'll be good. So with that said, how am I going to end it? What song? We'll do the fake YouTubers. I like that song. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Much love. And by the way, thank y'all for donating to the GoFundMe. I appreciate y'all. The GoFundMe is to help me get off the struggle bus right now. So if y'all want to donate, please Do so. If you can't donate, please share it. Help a sister out. Because, man, times are tough on these YouTube streets. Nah, in the real streets, though. On the real streets. But, yeah.
Blah, 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 felt, sound like Lolcow. Live more like fake cow, more like Lolcows. All that moving on the timeline. You too poppin' when you should be on that move too. Hey, Keemstar, you faker than some glazed donuts. I see your thumbnails, I'm like, that don't make no sense. Boogie fake cancer. Oh, you think we didn't know? I guess he missed the memo. Hey, Becky, I got a question for you. What's the sentence for a falsified crime? If you're innocent, why you dodging all my questions? Hey, Michael, where you at, man, where you at? Kid behind the camera, more like kid behind the bars. Kid behind the camera, more like kid behind the bars. Kid behind the camera, more like kid behind the bars. Kid behind the camera, more like kid behind the bars. Man, I should just hop off this app. Everybody lying, what's the point in that? The liars get the love, so I should probably go and lie on the track. They say you should tell the truth, but that ain't true. You gotta keep it fake, it's the only way to break through. It's so much faker than you think it is. Oh, it's faker than you